We had a painful group date.
Oh my God!
Hannah's actual illness and Luke's personal trauma.
I'm gonna act like the conversation never happened.
This is our Bachelorette episode 3 recap, so grab your glass. It's time for Roses and Rosé. Hi, you guys. I'm Lauren Zima, and we are in pain. Yes. What an episode of The Bachelorette. Hannah Brown's third ep, and oh my God, I loved it. I loved it because of some of the painful parts of it, and this is making me question myself and wondering if I'm a sadist or masochist or actually what either of those words mean, because I'll be honest, I use them interchangeably and I don't think they mean the same thing. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, do you love pain? Oh, if we don't know the pain, we don't know the pleasure. You know what I'm saying? I'm making it weird. Let's move on. What an episode. What did you guys think? Is this season getting better and better for you each week? It is for me. Just like when you raise the pain tolerance and then I get, no, I'm sorry, I'm getting weird. I'm just being weird now. Just being weird. I'm just thinking about, I have 50 Shades of Grey on the mind because I heard that Emilia Clarke was almost cast in the movie Game of Thrones reference, and I would have liked it. I would have, I'll be honest.
Mr. Grey, we'll see you now.
What do you think? We are going to kick things off with the group date where the guys borderline got kicked in the stomach by that labor simulator machine. What? How have we not done this group date before? I mean, drink for every time they shrieked in pain on this date.
Oh gosh. Why are you already doing that? Nothing's happening.
So it's a group date where the guys are gonna learn about what it's like on some small level. I mean, this is a minuscule amount of knowledge that they're getting today, but we'll take it. What it's like for women to be pregnant and go through labor. We had guest group daters. They're not judges. I don't know what to call them. They're making cameos. By the way, I'm on Cameo. Shameless plug. But seriously, get the cameos if you want to do them. I'll sing you a song. I like doing them. They're fun. So Jason Biggs, American Pie star, and Jenny Mall and his wife are there. They were great, super fun. They're big Bachelor fans. First, they're tested on their knowledge of pregnancy. And Tyler's description wasn't wrong, but it was wild.
I don't really know too much about pregnancy, but that your belly gets bigger and bigger, and the woman gets hungrier and hungrier. So,
And then there was Jed.
Which organ does a woman grow during pregnancy? Jed, nice work.
Oh, you guys, drink every time you loved Jed this episode. I am getting more and more obsessed with him each time he talks because he always says something smart or mature or talented. How much do you love Jed? Is he your front runner right now for Hannah, for yourself, whatever? Let me know. Do you like him better for Hannah or are you thinking about him maybe as a Bachelor? Tough call. I'm saying for Hannah. I think he's the modern Southern guy that she needs. Anyway. Points for Jed, drinks for Jed. He knows that the placenta is what gets bigger. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure I knew that. Like in my mind, I was thinking womb. What is the womb really? I need to understand myself better. But good job, Jed. And I love this labor simulator thing. I'm fascinated by it. And the guys' reactions when they were getting zapped, unbelievable. Tyler sitting there with his arm pose, and I was so glad everybody called him out on it. I've heard online that Tyler works as a model, which I see. I mean, he was really modeling. Great. And the guys trying not to show that they were in pain. John Paul Jones just totally giving into the pain. I was actually laughing out loud at JPJ. I love JPJ. I hope he doesn't think it's insulting that I'm calling him JPJ instead of John Paul Jones. Love JPJ. Could watch him all day. JPJ all day. And I just like that they did this because I don't think that men have a great awareness of some of the trials and tribulations that only a woman experiences, like cramping and like labor and 9 months of pregnancy to literally shoot a new human into the world. Are you kidding? My thing has always been waxing. I think if guys want us to get waxed, they should go get waxed. And they should experience that pain. So I'd like to see that on a date next. What's a really painful date you'd like to see happen? That's a dark question. Leave your answers in the comments below. Oh, we're getting weird. Next up, the cocktail party. And Hannah and Jed have this great conversation. Cheers again to Jed. I'm obsessed with Jed. And now, Jed aside, as much of a front runner as I think he is, I want to pause and take a moment for something that's playing an absolutely key role on the show. This might be the biggest front runner of all. A star, the true lead, perhaps. Chicken nuggets!
You want one?
No, I'm good.
You guys, chicken nuggets are all over this season. We had Cam with his chicken nuggets in a rose. God, these smell good. We had Cam, I'm getting distracted. Oh my God, I'm gonna eat one in a second. Give the rest to the crew. What's up, guys? They're cheering. We had Cam with his chicken nuggets in a rose heart petal thing. And then this week, they're just eating chicken nuggets. Why are they eating chicken nuggets at this cocktail party? It doesn't seem super glam, but I'm in for it. So drink every time you see a chicken nugget, or, you know, go make chicken nuggets right now. Press pause, come back to Rose and Rosé and watch with nugs of your own. Oh my God, so good. Who makes your favorite chicken nuggets? Drink and eat chicken nuggets responsibly.
I'm looking forward to getting some more one-on-one time tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, because, you know,
I was feeling sympathy for Cam, but it's waning throughout this episode because Cam comes in and argues that he's had the least amount of time of anyone.
in totality, I think I've had the least amount of time with her.
Cam, are you kidding? You were on the live AFR. You met Hannah before anybody else did. You got time with her on night 1. You crashed a group date. Stop yourself. Sit down. ABC, always be closing your mouth. Okay? Thank you. And you know what? I want to thank Tyler for coming in and making this comparison to a first grade soccer team, which I, in no way, shape, or form saw coming.
You ever watched first grade soccer where they all follow the ball? That's what it would be like if we just all stepped on each other's toes all the time. I mean, there's times where, you know, you got to play the game right.
Absolutely, man. 100%.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
But it does make sense. I totally get it. I'm like, does this guy coach on the weekends? Does he coach kids' teams? Because I was vibing and understanding it. Mike wasn't there for this conversation, but he would have shut Cam down if he were. Tyler was a little more patient. And then, oh my God, this show is the gift that keeps on giving. It's like it knows what I want and then it gives it to me. Then we get Mike. Great. So Mike is talking to Hannah and he tells her this personal story about he and his ex-fiance having a miscarriage.
We had an amazing date around babies, and it only made me think of a situation I had in the past with my ex.
So Mike's telling this story and Cam interrupts him. Not once.
I'll come get you in a second. Can you walk outside the door?
I have something really important.
Not twice.
I have something really important I need to tell her.
3 times.
Hey, man.
This was so awkward and so bad. And again, my patience for Cam is waning. Always be cutting down my patience with Cam.
I actually had to resign from my job. And I want you to know that I chose to be here for you, and I don't want to let any other guys get in the way of that.
And then Cam is getting his time with Hannah, and I loved it. The guys gave a little bit back to him. The server guy who brought the pizza on night 1, he interrupts Cam.
Just 2 more minutes. I literally just sat down.
It's about that time.
Yeah.
And it seems even more awkward than the Mike situation, though I will admit I couldn't see everything that was happening. It felt a little bit like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones reference, sorry about it, but not really.
What goes around comes around.
I really don't want to get up right now, dude.
It was very dark and it just seemed horrifying. Like, I was okay with it being so dark because I didn't really want to watch because they were arguing over who was going to walk Hannah out. It was bad.
Mike, will you accept this rose?
Mike gets the rose, and I just want to take a moment, I'm taking a lot of moments today, to talk about some of the guys' voices, because we hear Mike say Southern Belle.
Southern Belle, of course I would.
And oh my gosh, I could just listen to Mike talk. Great eyes, great smile, great voice. Love Mike. Great things to say.
Excited to get out of here.
And Connor's talking about going on his one-on-one, and he's like, I'm ready to go, Hannah.
Ready to go. There's a reason I'm on this date.
And Connor, I thought, was really nice on this one-on-one with Hannah. Hannah, unfortunately, gets sick, and they have to give up a sailing day. You guys, this was painful for me. I need more wine for this. I freaking love sailing. It is like my #1 activity. Sailing with a glass of wine, yes, please. Ugh. So I'm really sad, and I'm pouring one out and drinking for the loss of just watching the sailing date. But Hannah is sick.
Gotta go see Hannah, make her feel better.
Yeah, go get her better for us, man.
And Connor's ready to go and take care of her. And so he goes. And she's kissing him, and in my head I'm like, oh my God, ooh, gross, she's sick. And then the gift that keeps on giving, they explain, she's not contagious, great.
I'm not contagious.
You drink for not being contagious. Mm-hmm. Connor chills with Hannah. He doesn't get a rose, and that was weird, and I didn't understand it. But then, even though he doesn't get a rose, he left sticky notes all over the foliage in her hotel room as he walked out. And that was really sweet and thoughtful of him, truly, I thought. What did you guys think of Connor's gesture? Hannah has been healed by the power of Connor's kind words, and they continue their date, and Connor gets a rose right away. And then Tyler G goes home with no explanation.
I had to go to the hospital, and then I found out Tyler G had to leave.
What? Huh? What? I think there's something going on there, guys. I'm honestly gonna investigate this a little bit. I feel like there had to be something scandalous, because why else did he just disappear and we didn't see his goodbye, and it was barely acknowledged after he got a one-on-one. Interesting. Let me know if you're seeing stuff on Reddit, because I don't go on Reddit. I don't. It's too much. And so if you guys can alert me to what's on Reddit, that's very helpful. Thank you. Our next group date is a photo shoot date. Why do we do this for a camera? You only click one button. Am I doing this wrong? Just the way other people do it? Like, that's not very emphatic. And this was revealed to be an integration with The Secret Life of Pets 2. Wow, not so subtle. Okay, I don't love this, but I get that they have to do it. You know, you gotta make your money. So, I don't know, they're talking about dogs. I'm barely conscious. And then Demi's back! Yay! This was surprising to me and made me wonder if maybe someone else was supposed to come in, because I don't think they've ever had a guest star twice on a season. This was unusual to me, but Demi's back, and I love this little gimmick to like listen in on the guys and hear if they say anything bad about Hannah, or hear if they take the bait and flirt with another woman off to the side on the photo shoot date, but unfortunately none of them did. So that was kind of a bummer. Guess they've got integrity. Whatever. They're taking the photos, and shockingly, surprisingly, unbelievably, bafflingly, didn't see this one comingly, Luke P is jealous. Wow, wow, wow.
I mean, yeah, it's frustrating. Who wants to date someone and start to fall in love with someone and have to share?
Luke P and his purple sweatband that is way too big for his head are jealous. So he's trying to get more time with Hannah, and it's like he's literally following her out of the photo shoot, and he's like tethered to something, so he's like pulling on and going. And I couldn't stop laughing just during that moment.
Hi.
Luke P tried to grab me after our photo shoot.
And Hannah says to the camera that he needs to slow his roll.
I need him to slow his roll.
But I'm thinking, Hannah, you need to say that to Luke. And then this show is the gift that keeps on giving, because we go to the cocktail party and she says that to Luke.
Your confidence in this kind of makes me irritated.
I'll get to that. Oh my God. This nugget gets the final rose. It's so good. They should hand out nuggets at one rose ceremony.
There have just been some like little red flags about how he carries himself that bothers me a little bit.
Hannah says of Luke P that there is a fine line between
I really think it's attractive to like, it's the most unattractive thing I've ever seen in my life.
and I couldn't agree more. It's like, please be obsessed with me, but not too obsessed, okay? And I really feel that way. Like, I totally understood what she was saying.
Well, can I just cut you off for a second?
Yeah, hold on. Let me talk.
All right, sorry.
And then Luke begins to unravel. What are the signs? He starts slamming the other guys to Hannah. Not a good look, bro.
I really don't think these guys just have what it takes.
Not helping. Looks like you are just grasping and lashing out here. Then he goes back and tells the other guys about how he didn't have this great conversation with Hannah, and I was surprised by that. Luke P seems to me to be the type who would not reveal any weakness, which again, then was a sign that he is unraveling. And then he says, quote,
I'm gonna act like the conversation never happened.
What? Dude, that's just disrespectful. The woman who you say you're borderline in love with is telling you something that's important to her, and you're going to act like the conversation never happened? I'm not impressed, Luke P. I'm not impressed. Oh, and then he goes for Pilot Pete? Don't you dare, Luke! Pilot Pete is arguably the nicest, most easygoing guy on the show. He's had zero confrontation with anyone so far. And Luke's coming at him because they're both waiting for time for Hannah, and Peter has gotten none. And Peter's literally saying, I don't know why you have a problem with me right now, man.
Hey, you and I are cool.
I know, we're super cool. That's why I don't get this right now.
No, I'm not.
Luke, chill out, man.
He's like self-imploding. This guy wants to sink his own ship.
I need more wine. Spilled it at the end. It's because I'm too drunk on chicken nuggets. And then Luke says,
Dude, I even had thoughts about leaving here tonight.
oh my God, honestly, Luke, what a baby. You are acting like a child right now.
This is gonna be the greatest flight of my life.
So Pilot Pete and Hannah are talking and having a lovely conversation, and he is full of plain puns. He is soaring. He's gonna make a smooth landing. There's not gonna be any turbulence on this flight. He's gonna have your drink order ready to go. We love Pilot Pete. So Peter got the rose. What do you guys think? Who is leading the pack at this point? Like, now I'm thinking Peter maybe, I don't know.
I really like you, okay? I still don't feel like you're getting it, okay?
And Hannah does find Luke at the end, though, and tell him that she's still into him. And, like, we knew that, but Luke, you need to fix it. You need to fix it.
I need to say something pretty serious.
So then back at the mansion, Cam calls for everyone's attention, always beat Colin, and says he's got to make an announcement. Who does this? It's not all about you, Cam. You need to calm down. Always be calm. And you look around at the guys and drink for every time the guys' faces are just like, are you fucking kidding me? Mm-hmm. And he metaphorically cheerses, and I'm like, I need you to literally shh. And then, oh my God, I love Mike. There's this perfectly timed pause, and Mike just goes,
BS. No. There's no rules of engagement.
BS.
I came here to let you know that there will not be a cocktail party.
What?
So then they are having a tailgate instead of a cocktail party, and I thought this would be such a great time to drink my wine with my chicken nuggets in a little mason jar. Bottom line, I thought I needed to make my wine more Instagram friendly because this was the most Instagram ready tailgate I've ever seen. Why was that vintage truck there? Why? It had no reason to be. I was like, they don't even have their phones, so they can't even take pictures on this. But whatever, cutest tailgate in the history of tailgating time, sure. Cheers! Mm-hmm. I didn't just spill. I don't want to mess up this lipstick. I didn't do it, but it looks great. I have like a tailgate braid. You know, a key question, did the tailgate have chicken nuggets? I'm not sure, but it did have Cam, a different C. And Cam grabs Hannah to tell her his story. And I'm not trying to be insensitive here, but I didn't understand it. I just didn't get it. I wasn't clear on what his illness was, and so it was a little confusing.
I was getting off work, and all of a sudden my right leg locked up on me, and all of a sudden I was running a fever.
And I'm sure that part of that was edited out.
Cam sat us all down and told us that he was going to tell you a sad story.
Then Mike goes and tells Hannah that Cam was just trying to get a pity rose. I will say in Cam's defense that he didn't ever say that I saw that he wanted a pity rose. Who are you guys siding with here, Mike or Cam? I'm not defending Cam all in, but it did seem like Mike was putting words in his mouth, maybe. Cut to the rose ceremony, and roses are getting handed out by Hannah. They should be chicken nuggets. I wish that they were, or maybe tacos, or maybe little bottles of rosé. Okay, great. Anyway, Luke gets his rose, and he's like, move!
Gentlemen, I'm sorry. You not receive a rose. Take a moment. Say goodbyes.
And we say goodbye to Aaron Rodgers lookalike, and to server guy, and to Cam. Goodbye, Cam. Was this fair? At the end of the day, I don't think Hannah had that strong of a connection with Cam, regardless of the whole pity rose conversation, so it was fine to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. There's also a lot going on in this teaser footage we got at the end of the episode. Hannah says, newsflash?
Newsflash, Peter's my boyfriend.
And I've seen some of you guys say in the comments, or you've messaged me asking if this screaming moment that I can't stop talking about with Luke P is maybe just a group date taken out of context. Here's what I'll say. He's screaming about something that seems to be a real storyline in the show, whether he's genuine or not. So that makes me think the screaming is a real moment, not just acting on some kind of group date exercise. But we never know with editing.
There have been some people questioning Hannah.
So we also hear that Hannah's gonna get questioned, and Hannah's crying again, and Hannah talks about sex. Yes, girl, I just interviewed Hannah. Shameless plug. That interview is up at etonline.com. I sat down with her for about 30 minutes, talked tons of things. I will be bringing you guys more of that. And that is all. I love you guys so much. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Get a cameo from me if you want. And I love you. And wine in a mason jar with ice. God, this is trashy. Bye! Look, everybody, at the end of the day, I don't think Cam was a villain, and we did admire him for all of his rapping skills. So now that he's gone from the show, we want to send him away with, in the style of Always Be Cam, a rap. Come here. To join me, of course, is JC in a gray blazer. Perfect for this season's style. All the guys are wearing gray on The Bachelorette, and I love it. Can you give me a beat? Cam is gone, his journey is done. Told his sad story, but it ended his run. The question though, did you think that was fair? Should he have gotten a rose or been sent out of there? Cam was crashing dates and always stealing time, trying to slay our Bachelorette with his rhymes, but Hannah didn't fall for it, kicked him out of the mansion, said you better ABC your way out of here, son! I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Look what you made me do. Made me do. Made me do. Wow, I should write theme songs for shows that no one would watch.